This week on Chao Racing Superstars and Divas, prepare to wish Chalulu Pickles best of luck in the 2013 Tournament Champions in Amsterdam as we present Week 25's action in Los Angeles, California. With your fabulous hosts ready for another dose of action, surprises, and a whole lot of racing fun, is Mr. Brian Chatty! Hello, Los Angeles! Are you wishing Chalulu Pickles best of luck in the tournament? Yes, we are. Well, right now we're going to present some races for you, and hello, dear fans. Hello. Well, this is our preparation show for the annual Tournament Champions coming up next week, and we do wish Chalulu Pickles good luck in the tournament. But right now, let's send hello to Paul Sangamore for the official playoff rankings. Paul? Thank you very much. Currently in the lead over in the men's division is Hal Miller with a 17-9 record. Donald Bennings, Glenn Murray, and Al Heencia are currently tied for the second best record at 15-11. While over in the women's division, Olivia Fortune and Cindy Newton tied for the best record at 8-3. Rita Posen and Christina Bennett are tied at 7-4. So this should be an exciting one indeed. Back to you, Brandon. Alright, so with that being said, let's proceed to Week 25's action. And Paul, who do we have first? First up today, we have Vince Dyson taking on the Sheriff Outlaw Eric Crosby, the Bobby Mater Bobby K, and Iron's fabulous warrior Steve Wingman of the Lucky Irish, who is one of the fastest swimmers in the league. Let's see how well these four superstars will do. It's best of luck to the four superstars on the quest for victory. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, so let's see who will be the first winner of Week 25's action as we prepare to board the plane for our annual Tournament Champions next week. And it looks like number 1 is going to rest, and number 2 seems like he's pausing for a moment. Right now, the four superstars are going to shake the palm trees, and now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes Eric Crosby. He's going to lead over the four superstars that come on, with Vince Dyson right on his tail in second place in the come on. And what will these gentlemen be doing? It looks like Eric Crosby is flying, and he is just going to barely make it through the shortcut. Unbelievable effort. As the first superstar gets beat is the Bobby Mater, Bobby K. Eric Crosby paid off a shortcut just barely. And right now, numbers 2 and 1 are heading towards the water, trying to gain some ground. As Beaver's number 2 in this race was made by number 8, who's trying number 7 over at the bridges. Eric Crosby got enough power and flying to reach the hill, and thus he will have a commanding lead over the Ford chair to come on. And who will get the next command speeders is the Bobby Mater, Bobby K. That makes his Sexpious race, trying to catch up to Vince Dyson in the battle for third place. Right now, number 7 is getting all alone in last place behind the pack. Numbers 2 and 8 and number 1 seems like they're also left behind about 4 superstars. Which one of them will get the next command speeders? It's going to be number 1, who leads over the 4 superstar to come on with 5th place. And right now, Eric Crosby is reaching the top of the wall, while Steve Wingman is trying his best to catch up with Eric Crosby. Who will come on top? We'll find out soon enough. Next belongs to number 7, who desperately needs to catch him every now and then. Steve Wingman better hurry up. He's one of the fastest swimmers in the league, but he might not have enough distance to catch up to Eric Crosby in the nick of time. Well, anyway, number 7 will get back-to-back speeders, and now he's trying to catch up to number 8 for the second time in this race. Eric Crosby should have this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, I don't think Steve Wingman will have enough swimming power to catch up to the Sheriff Outlaw Eric Crosby in time. As the Bobby Mater Bobby K gets his first speeders race, Steve Wingman won't have enough swimming to catch up to him in time. Eric Crosby, the Sheriff Outlaw, holds off Steve Wingman by a couple of yards. Steve Wingman will have himself for second place. Well, his swimming didn't work that time, but it's always next time for Steve Wingman. As Vince Dyson will have the next command speeders. I think it's been the water in 4th place. And number 7 and 8 on the rest. That means number 2 will have a little bit of catching up to do. As number 8 will get another turn. That makes his second speed boost in the race. And we have just enough time for one more speed boost on this race. And it will be made by number 1, making his second speed boost in the race. And Eric Crosby gets the job done with that shortcut. That's right, he done a pretty good job that time. And we'll present more exciting action after this. Alright, we're just getting started here on Chao's 2017 for Week 25's action as we present Chao's exciting tournament champions qualifying. In fact, there's another reason why the Male Fusionist is celebrating today. Yeah, that's right, folks. It's his 50th birthday! Happy birthday, Chalulu! The Male Fusionist is turning the big 5-0 this week. Chao, how does it feel to be 50 years old today? Oh, I'm very good. I'm proud to be 50, and I'm proud to be a grandparent of all my families and friends I trusted. Well, as you know, since you're now 50 years old, this is your retirement season. It's been 26 seasons, 6 World Championships, and 14 championship appearances you had in your 26-season career. How does it feel to say goodbye after this season? Well, I want to thank all of my fans for helping me make it this far for my 26 seasons, 14 World Championship appearances, and 6 World Championship victories. I thank you all for all my support, and also to my staff and trainers for helping me prepare for all those exciting races. Thank you very much. You have been the best audience in the world. I love you all. Well, let's escort you to the starting gate, and Paul's going to tell us all about this next race. Paul? Okay, Brandon, the birthday boy, Chalulu Pickles, is going to face the Hong Kong-West F1 Kingsley, the son of the license to drive and one half of our defending tag team champions, Al Hien Jr. and Nick Simon. Let's send down to the Emerald Course again, and here's looking around for this race. So, let's find out whether Chalulu Pickles will finally get a win on his birthday, or one of the others will stay alive in the competition. Here we go. Please start the race. Alright, and it looks like number 2 seems like he's off to a pretty good start, along with F1 Kingsley up in the front. The 4 Chao are going to make their way towards the palm trees, and Nick Simon is going to, so he's going to be left behind in the competition for a while. Right now, the other 3 superstars are bringing down that coconut shaped fruit, and now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like F1 Kingsley is dancing to the beat. And there goes Al Hien Jr. He's going to have command of the lead up in front, with number 2 right on his tail in second place. And Chalulu Pickles, the birthday boy, is in third place. Number 2 seems like he's heading for the water. As Al Hien Jr., who pauses for a moment, wins the winning toss, trying to hold on Chalulu Pickles over at the bridges. And right now, number 8 is going to rise, and Nick Simon is pausing for a moment. And it looks like Nick Simon taking bridges. Number 8 is going to be heading for the water. As number 2 takes speed versus number 2 in this race, trying to defend the lead over the Elson Harry. And number 2 pauses for a moment. That means F1 Kingsley will have a little bit of catching up to do. Number 2 trying to defend his lead over F1 Kingsley. As the birthday boy, Chalulu Pickles, the male features everyone knows and loves for 26 seasons, takes the next command SPS. Right now, Nick Simon is getting left behind, and so is number 1. But as we pass the 1 minute mark in this exciting race, the next appearance is going to be made by none other than the son of license to drive, Al Hien Jr. That makes his second appearance in the race, trying to hold off number 2, who is in the lead of the convoy, defending the lead over Chalulu Pickles. Poor Nick Simon, number 1, getting left behind. Which one got the next command appearance? It's number 1, that's who. And right now, Al Hien Jr. is trying to defend his lead over the male fusionist Chalulu Pickles and number 2, who easily dominates over the force of a Chao. And down goes Al Hien Jr. That's when it causes serious damage. Next PS walks to number 8, who's trying to lead number 1 and Nick Simon in the dust. Poor Nick Simon and poor number 1 who really needs help. And down goes Nick Simon. That's what it causes poop. I don't think they'll get speed bumps before they hit the wall. Yeah, they're going to be basically climbing up the wall. So the next speed is going to be mine, the birthday boy himself, Chalulu Pickles. That makes his second speed of space, trying to catch up to F1 Kingsley in a hurry. Right now, number 1 and Nick Simon are both going to rest. My Wilk said, yep. As Al Hien Jr. will get a third speed boost in space, but he is expected to 1 and 4 place behind Chalulu Pickles. Looks like number 2 has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. That means this race will go to the next back standing. As Nick Simon takes the next command speeders fighting to stay alive, F1 Kingsley is going to hold on Chalulu Pickles for second place. As number 2 will wind him in first place. So F1 Kingsley with second place holds on Chalulu Pickles, the birthday boy himself, to win this one. Good win by F1 Kingsley. don't worry, Chalo, we still love you nevertheless. As next time one is better to close this one out with back-to-back speeders, and numbers 1 and 8 are getting left behind. Well, that's always next time for our Chalo Pickles. Happy birthday to you anyways. And fans of Haunching can do the Haunching. And if I give you some winner, that's more time coming up, so stay tuned. Okay, who do we have next, Paul? Race number 3 will feature Luke Green, the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller, Thomas Linguada, and O.J. Upton, Slim Jim himself, on the license of Destiny. The players will line up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place! Alright, there goes the next race. 4 superstars busting down the line, trying to earn wins towards qualifying towards the 2018 playoffs at the end of the season. And it looks like Luke Green and O.J. Upton are both pausing from one. That means Aaron Miller, Thomas Linguada will have to push up bowing forwardly up in the front as the two shall eat the food. And there they go, busting down the line. Aaron Miller and Thomas Linguada are neck to neck in the Cumberland, trying to maintain early ground in the Cumberland. And it looks like Aaron Miller is going to be heading for the water. As the first superstar gets beat is number 7, who's trying desperately to get back in this one. And right now, Luke Green is quarterback. As number 8 heads for the water. Luke Green better hurry up if he wants to get back in this one. He's going to take a gamble, and it looks like he's going to make the shortcut in a hurry. He now leads over the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller. Great job. As number 7 opens this one up with back-to-back speedrunners, Luke Green has made the impossible, but Aaron Miller is trying his best to hold off Luke Green in a hurry. What's going to happen? These two are going bowing for the the front. As number 7 opens this one up with 3 consecutive speedrunners, still trying to get back in this one. Meanwhile, number 8 is getting left behind in the competition. Number 1 seems like he's also left behind in the competition. As the next speedrun will be made by the Slim Jim, O.J. Upton himself on the License of Destiny. He doesn't need to go to rest for long. He's trying next week to get back in this one. Back up in front, the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller and Luke Green are climbing up the wall, trying to maintain ground, bowing for the lead up in the front. Who will come on top when he gets to the home stretch? We'll find out soon enough. Next speedrun belongs to number 8, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. Right now, it is number 1, who is way behind in the competition. He really needs help to get back in this one. Will he get speed runs time before he hits the wall? It looks like he will be. So he gets the next command speedruns, and look at that. That was a monster speed runs. He got all of that one, and I was trying to make it pass for number 8, and it looks like Luke Green back on the front has to face all out, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Miller's not going to catch up to him in a hurry. As number 8 will get another turn. That makes sense. Spears base. Luke Green is almost there. According to my calculations, it looks like Luke Green is going to celebrate another easy victory. Luke Green holds on the Steel Curtain Aaron Miller with that shortcut. His strategy paid off. As number 7 will get a 4 speed runs at this race. The Steel Curtain Aaron Miller will come in second place. Thomas Linguada will come in third. And it looks like O.J. Upton will have to settle for 4th place. We don't have time for another speed run, so that is going to do it. So Luke Green made a statement after taking a nap early on. That's right, he is now above 500 once again, and it's more something coming up. The fun is just getting started. Do not go away. Alright, Paul, welcome back to our show. Who do we have next? Race number 4 will feature Chris Knuckles, who is the other half of our defending tag team champions, taking on the former Blackfire Williamson, Richard Hasselhoff, and Gordon Lamberg. Let's see which one of them will come on top in this next race, and away they go! Alright, and it looks like number 2 is going to rest out. He will be left behind in the crowd. It looks like Williamson seems like he's on to a pretty good start ahead of his opponents. And right now it looks like number 1 is going to join number 2 for D-Life all the way in the back of the pack. Right now the 4 Chao are going to shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit, and now they're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Richard Hasselhoff will have come in on the lead. The other 2 Chao are dancing to the me. And it looks like Chris Van Argos is going to rest, which means Richard Hassel will have full control of the lead up in the front. And who will get the only toss for this race? It is going to be made by number 7. So for the second race in a row, number 7 wins the only toss, and he doesn't need to go to rest for long. He's heading for the water, and it looks like Willingson taunts for more and trying to get some attention here. He's getting left behind in the competition all the way back. And it looks like number 1 pauses for more, so he'll have a little bit of catching up to do. As B-Race number 2 in this race, we made by Gordon Lambert, who's trying to catch up to Chris Van Argos, Richard Hasselhoff, and number 7 were all battling for the lead up in the front. Right now, Willingson and a couple of third Chao are getting left behind in the competition in the back. We're approaching the 1 minute mark, and who will get the next command on the speed race? It's going to be number 8, Natsu, trying to hold on Willingson for 5th place. Right now, it is Richard Hasselhoff who leads over Chris Van Argos and Gordon Lambert. But remember, Chris Van Argos has one of the best power strengths in the league for this second half. Right now, Richard Hasselhoff is making his way towards the checker path into the sapphire portion of the course. And who will get the next command US is back to Gordon Lambert, and he doesn't even go to rest, he's still going. But watch out for Chris Van Argos' strength when they hit the wall. Right now, number 8 is getting left behind, and so is number 2. Well, which one of them will get the next command US? It's going to be number 8 as number 2 plus 1. So number 8 will lead number 2 in the dust. And there we go. So I told you Chris Van Argos has a pretty good strong strength. He now leads over the competition right now, heading into the waterfall and approaching home stretch. I think he's going to win this one for sure. Next belongs to number 2. He is way behind the competition, and that was about a pity right there. I think he's going to be left behind for a while. Back up in front, Chris Van Argos is the first to approach the home stretch, and it looks like he's going to have a little bit of room to run ahead of his opponents. As number 7, who dominates over the 4th third Chao, takes another turn. That makes his second speed race. He can kiss the other third Chao goodbye. As Chris Van Argos scores away an easy victory up in the front, Chris Van Argos goes on the competition to secure an easy victory. As Gordon Lambert is fed the close on the speed race. That makes his second speed race. And number 2 can just forget about this race. He is going home. Alright, so Chris Van Argos has another fine win on the board. That's right, a couple more wins, and he should be able to come in next season. We'll soon know. Back in a bit, do not go away. Alright, time for the next race, Paul. You betcha. And for race number 5, we have the license to drive out here in senior. Last year's runner-up is both individual and tag team play with the licenses at Destiny. He'll be taking on Jem Naris, Evan Chandingo, and Chris Schneider. Let's see which one of them will come up on top in the early run. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race. And by the way, you know that Vince Jason and Steve Wayne lost in the previous race, and out here senior is currently battling with Chris Schneider, who's also in hot. So, if out here senior wins this race today, he is expected to have a spot in the 2018 playoffs at the end of the season. Let's see if he can get that chance, and earn a second chance at earning his third title. And right now it is Jem Naris who had coming out of the lead, with number 2 right on his tail in second place. And it looks like Jem Naris is going to be heading for the water, trying to gain some ground. As the first superstar gets beat first is the license to drive out here senior, who is heading into the bridges of the Cameron. Right now it looks like number 7 is heading for the water, trying not to get left behind in the crack. And let's find out who will get speed race number 2 in this race. It is going to be Evan Shaningo who will get speed race number 2 in this race, catching on to our leader and success to Jem Naris. And it looks like back in the back, number 8 taunts from us, so he's going to be left behind in the competition for a while. As the next speed race will be made by the prototype wizard, Chris Schneider, one half of the famous classic go-getters, currently sits in 3rd place. Oh, out here and see it better hurry up if he wants to have a spot in the playoffs. We're passing the 1 minute mark in this exciting race. Out here and see that. Look for a spot in the playoffs if he wins tonight. Because Ben Stacy and Steve Wingman lost in this race. And of course, it's battling with Chris Schneider as he will have the next command speeders. That makes his second speeders to the race. And right now, number 1 pauses for a moment. So he's ready to join the other third child for 2 life all the way back. The 4th third child battling for 2 life all the way back in fact. And which one of them will get the next command speed bus? It has to be one of them for sure. It is going to be number 7 who gets the next command to us. So he will try to lead the Illustrator Chao and us. Meanwhile, Jeff Nellis has safely in the lead ahead of MS and Ningo. But watch out for out here seeing his strength. That's going to be a key factor this game. And there we go! He's climbing up the wall like crazy, trying to make a comeback here. And Jeff Nellis goes to rest. As out here Senior does go to rest, he kept going with another speed rush. That makes his first pace. I think he might be able to clinch a spot in the 2018 playoffs. I do believe he's going to have another chance for his third title at the end of the season. I'm not for sure. As number 8 is going to rest. Number 2, who have the next command Beavers, trying to lead over the force of Chao and Chris Schneider. Looks like out here Senior has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. Vince Stacy and Stealing Man lost earlier in this race, and he's going to be on Chris Schneider. So as number 8 takes the next command Beavers, Albion Senior's going to have another chance to secure his third title later on in the season. Albion Senior holds up everything they go to secure his 16th win of the season. That means he is expected to have a spot in the 2018 playoffs in the end season. It looks like Emerson Dingle will come in second, Genesis will come in third, as number 8 is better to close this one out with back-to-back speedless. Alright, so Albion Senior is in the playoffs. That's right, second year in a row that Albion Senior is going to be in the playoffs, and there's more time coming up, right, Brandon? Right, there's more time coming right at ya. Alright, we're almost halfway through the men's division races, but first let's present race number 6. Okay, Brandon, and for race number 6 we have Donald Reynolds taking on Rusty Instant Replay Jackington, who are both really fast runners, along with the great Bruce Charleston and Hunter Brown. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a challenge! Alright, so there is another playoff spot in contention. Yep, only Kyle Leachman is left in the hunt of the others is in the bubble. So Donald Reynolds can clinch a spot in the individual playoffs if he wins this one. He already clinched a spot in the tag team playoffs, and of course he's on the run to an undefeated season. But anyway, a win tonight by Donald Reynolds will clinch him a spot in the playoffs. So this should be a very interesting indeed. And right now it is Rusty Instant Replay Jackington who have come in on the lead, because the other 3 Chao are dancing to the beat. And who got the win toss this time around? It is the great Bruce Charleston. That's who. He's ready to take the water. And right now number 2 is going to rest, so he's going to be left behind in the competition all the way back. And right now it looks like number 7 also really needs to see what he's got to do. And number 7 taunts from 1. As number 2 heads for the water, trying to maintain the ground. And it looks like number 7 wants to be US number 2 in his race. And look at that. Hunter Brown's going to rest, so number 7 is going to make the pass. And right now it is Donald Reynolds, one of the fastest swimmers in the league. Along with Rusty Instant Replay Jackington, right now it's Donald Reynolds who will come in on the lead heading into the top of the hill. Making its way to the sapphire portion of the course. We're approaching 1 minute mark as we head back into number 7. And look at that. He's going to move a couple places. Hunter Brown is getting left behind in the competition. And look at that. Number 8 pauses for more, and Rusty Instant Replay Jackington is with us. That means number 7 will have a couple of places to move up. And who will get the next command speed us? It is Hunter Brown, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. I think he needs some more help, but I don't think he's going to get a lot of help on this man. Not ever. Meanwhile, Donald Reynolds is supposed to approach the wall. I do believe his swimming is going to help him lead to a playoff spot tonight. We'll also know. Next viewers belongs to number 8, who's trying to lead Rusty Instant Replay Jackington and Hunter Brown. And number 1 left behind the dust. Poor Hunter Brown, Rusty Instant Replay Jackington, and number 1 are all battling for DI. Which one will we get the next command viewers? It is Rusty Instant Replay Jackington. So he'll try to lead Hunter Brown and number 1 does. But right now, Donald Reynolds has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. The great Bruce Charleston won't have enough distance to catch up to him in time. Donald Reynolds is going to be off and running, ladies and gentlemen, and there he goes. As number 8 takes his second experience race, Donald Reynolds is going to lead the competition in us by a landslide. Donald Reynolds holds on the competition by a landslide. So now he's going to have a seed in the 2018 playoffs. We'll also know which one he'll seed in what. As Hunter Brown gets another turn, that makes his second speed rest of the race. And right now, numbers 1 and 7 are getting left behind in the competition all the way in the back in the pack. Well, I think one of them will close out the speed race to the race. I'm pretty sure of that. And it's going to be number 7 who will close out the speed race. So he will be number 1 in dead meat. Alright, so with that win, Donald Bennings has Christian Spawn in the 2018 playoffs. Which one will he have? We'll soon know. Coming up this more exciting action for you in the second half. But first, have a look at this. Okay, welcome back to our show. Let's now proceed to the second half of Week 25's action, 40 minutes division. Paul, you know what to do. Okay, race number 7 will feature next generation star Antonio Bennett, taking on 2015 Rising Stars champion David Howie, Walter Gregson, and Fred Harrison. Last week, Antonio Bennett managed to survive a tough bout to earn the win. Let's see if he can do it again this week. Best of luck to these next 4 players, and please start the race! And it looks like number 2 is good. Let's try to get some attention here. Looks like Walter Gregson is off to a pretty good start, ahead of his opponents, busting through the rainbow path. And now they're going to shake the palm trees to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. And now they're going to eat the fruit. And there goes Walter Gregson. He's going to lead over the Chao in the Cam 1, with David Howie and Antonio Bennett battling for second place at Cam 1. As the first superstar gets beat at the start of the second half is Fred Harrison, who went dancing to the beat, but now he's trying to catch up in a hurry. Right now, a couple of Silver Chao are getting left behind along with Fred Harrison. And 2 of the Silver Chao are heading for the water, numbers 1 and 7 to be exact, as the next generation superstar, Antonio Bennett, will take speed moves number 2 in this race, and now he will lead over Walter Gregson for the moment. David Howie better hurry up if he wants to get back in this one, and so is Fred Harrison. He's also trying his best to stay alive. We'll get to the next command speeders. We're about to find out right now, as number 7 is going to pass. It's number 2 who will have the next command speeders, trying desperately to get back in this one. Antonio Bennett currently leads over his opponents, but Walter Gregson is rapidly catching up to him in a hurry. We're passing the 1 minute mark in this exciting race, and who will get the next command speeders? It's going to be number 1, who is in last place at the Cam 1, now trying to lead over the 4 Silver Chao. That was a good speed race right there by number 1. And look at that. Number 7 they are pausing for more, so now he'll really have some catching up to do. Which one of them of 7 and 8 will get the next command speeders? We're about to find out right now. It's number 7 who will get the next command speeders. So now he will lead number 8 left behind for the moment. Meanwhile, Walter Gregson and the next generation superstar Antonio Bennett are busting through the wall, climbing up with Automite. David Howie is trying her best to stay alive. Who will come on top in the end? We'll find out soon enough. Next belongs to number 8, who desperately needs to catch up after number 7 took the last speeders. And back with front, Walter Gregson and the next generation superstar Antonio Bennett are approaching home stretch. They're both going to fly towards the home stretch as number 7 takes his second speed bus of the race. It looks like it's going to be the next generation superstar, Antonio Bennett, who's going to make the pass from Walter Gregson. So I do believe Antonio's going to get another easy victory. He done it last week and he's going to do it again this week. As Fred Harrison indicates for number 10, making his second speed bus of the race, the next generation superstar, Antonio Bennett, wins the battle over Walter Gregson. So now he's still in hunt to come back for next season's monster. Pretty good win by Antonio Bennett indeed. As David Howie, the 2015 Rising Stars champion, will have the next SPS disappointed with 3rd place. That's going to be followed by number 7 in 4th place. Good comeback by number 7. And we have just enough time for 1 more speed bus on this race, and it will be made by number 8, as number 2 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. Alright, so after a long battle for the ages, it is Antonio Bennett who wins over Walter Gregson. That's right, but we're not done yet. There'll be more excitement after this. And now let's simple it up. Race number 8. Okay, Brandon, for race number 8, we have Chuck Dixon, Big Cherry Tominays of the Days Brothers, Benny Moen, the Metro Cowboy, and our current leader, Hal Miller and the Mill Trailers, currently sitting in the lead at 17 and 9. Let's see if he can do it again this week. Let's have a challenge! Okay, and there goes Hal Miller, busting down the line, trying desperately to maintain the #1 seed in the 2018 playoffs. He's already qualified for the playoffs. Let's see how well will clearly do in one. There he goes, busting down the line. Right now, the yellow free Chao are going to eat the fruit. And there goes Tommy Nates. He's going to have command of second place over Metro Cowboy Benny Moen. And who will get the winning toss of this race? As number 7 is going to best. And Benny Moen is heading for the water. The first superstar against Speed Bus is number 1. And he can try desperately to get back against 1. Right now, number 7 and 8 are getting left behind in the competition all the way in the back of the pack. Number 8 is really in danger of being in dead meat, as number 1 opens this one up with back-to-back speed runs, and there he goes, he's flying down the aisles. That should gain some momentum in the early one. Right now it is Hal Miller with his incredible speed, who has a commanding lead, and who will get the next command speed must is number 2, who's trying to lead the yellow Chao and Chuck Dixon in the ducks. Right now, Chuck Dixon and number 7 are getting left behind. But number 8 is the real deal, who is way behind the competition. And Chuck Dixon is correct, so he's better drop down to last place. As we head back into number 2, who's now catching up to our leader, number 1. That makes 2 in a row by 2 in a row for number 1 and number 2. All speed runners are consecutive so far, as Hal Miller is the first to approach the wall, climbing up with all his strength. I don't think any of his opponents will be able to catch up to him in a hurry. Next speed runners belongs to number 1. That makes his first speed runners in the race. Meanwhile, Chuck Dixon and number 8 are getting left behind in the competition. And number 7 pauses from 1 as he wound the next command speed runners, thus leaving Chuck Dixon and number 8 battling for DUI all the way back. And back in front, Hal Miller is the first to approach home stretch. He's going to get number E speed. This will make his 18th win of his races so far this season. As number 2 will get his first speed buzz in the race. And right now he's going to move up a place or 2. And Hal Miller has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. As number 7 taking the next speed buzz, Hal Miller holds on the competition by a long distance. Great job. And number 7 is number 8 is getting all alone in last place behind the pack. As number 7 gets back-to-back speed buzz, that brings a total of 3 speed buzz for this race. It looks like Tommy Nates will come in second, and the Metro Cowboy Benny Moen will come in third place. As the last speed buzz of this race will be made by Chuck Dixon, a little disappointed with 6th place. And number 8 can just forget about this race. So it's number 7. So Hal Miller gets another easy victory. That's right, 18 wins for Hal Miller this season, and there's more time coming up. Do not go away. Well, still to come here in our preparations for our tournament champions, the Friendly Demon Order Final will be taking on Alan Holmes, John Miller, and Alex Markinson in hopes of winning his 3rd and final week, and to come back next season for Chao Racing 2018. But right now, let's present race number 9. And Paul, who do we have again? Race number 9 will feature the Crime Buster policeman Rusty Williamson taking on Mickey Nelson on the Go-Getters 2.0. Red One Short Tail of the Look at the Irish, and Gwen Murray, one of the fastest swimmers in the league. Everyone is on the clock, and here we go! Okay, so let's see who will come on top in this race. Remember that Gwen Murray is one of the fastest swimmers in the league, and that's why we always say anything can happen in the Chao Racing universe. That's our motto we keep every week, especially when we prepare for the tournament champions coming up next week in Amsterdam. Right on the 4 Chao going to eat the fruit, and it looks like Mickey Nelson will have command on the lead up in front. And who will get the only toss for this race? It's going to be Ravenwood Shortail, the Lucky the Irish. That's who, trying to catch up to numbers 1 and 7 over at the bridges. And right now, a couple of Chao and the Crime Buster policeman Rusty Williamson are going to be heading for the water. It looks like number 2 is going to rest, as the Crime Buster Rusty Williamson takes speed bus number 2 to space, and Gwen Murray, with all his swimming ability, takes the lead away from Mickey Nelson. He now has command on the lead up in front, and I think Mickey Nelson's going to rest. Yeah, so that means Rusty Williamson will move up to 2nd place, as the next speed bus will be made by number 1, who desperately needs to catch Murray now and then. He's trying to lead around on Shanti, and numbers 2 and 7 in the dust. Poor number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. As we pass the 1 minute mark in this sideways, the next speed is going to be made by number 2, who's trying desperately to catch up in the crowd. Right now it is Glenn Murray who has a commanding lead over Vicky Nelson and the Crime Master Policeman Russell Williamson heading into the sapphire portion of the course, as number 2 gets back-to-back speed bus, trying to lead numbers 1 and 7 in the dust. Poor number 1 and poor number 7 are both getting left behind on the competition. Number 1 is really in danger all the way back, but I don't think everyone will get a speed bus every now and then. Back to number 2, and look at that. He now has command of the lead on the 4th to a Chao, and Russell Wilson is going to best. So now number 2 will have command of the lead over the 4th to a Chao. Back up in front, Glenn Murray is safely pushing a waterfall with Ricky Nelson as he will have the next command speed bus. Try desperately to catch up to him, but I do believe Glenn Murray is going to be gone in just a matter of seconds from now. He should be gone any minute now. Well, first, the next speed bus is going to be made by number 2, who dominates over the 4th to a Chao after being left behind for a while. That makes his 4th speed bus to the race, and Glenn Murray is gone, ladies and gentlemen. Glenn Murray holds up Vicky Nelson by about a landslide. What a dominating effort by Glenn Murray at the end. As number 2, who dominates over the 4th to a Chao, takes back-to-back speed bus. That makes 5 speed bus for this race. Numbers 1, 8, and 7 are all getting left behind in the competition. As number 2 can't forget about being tailgated as he closes this one out with 3 consecutive speed bus. That makes a total of 6 speed bus for this race. 1 speed bus finally for number 2. And Glenn Murray gets the job done. That's right, back in the vid. Do not go away. And now it's time for race number 10. Paul? Alright, race number 10 will feature Kyle Richmond, Kenny Days with the Daysmellers, the Gunner Star Master Garrett Dayton, and the Ham Jab Frank Funantaro. The players will line up and ready to go, so without further ado, please start the race. Okay, there goes the next 4 participants busting down the line, making their way towards the radio path and into the palm trees. The fans in Los Angeles, California are on their feet cheering on for the Superstars in hopes of being in their 2018 playoffs at the end of the season. Right out looks like Kyle H-Man standing to the beat, and there goes Kenny Days and Garrett Dayton. These two will be battling for the lead up in the front, and it looks like Kenny Days will be heading for the water. As the first Superstar gets speed bus is number 7, who went to rest for a while, but now he wakes up immediately. And he's going to lead number 8 in the dust all the way in the back. Number 8 is getting left behind in the competition all the way back. And it looks like number 1 is going to rest, as he will get speed bus number 2 this race, trying to get back in this one after taking it out. Right now it is Kyle Richmond, who leads over Kenny Days at the one, and Garrett Dayton is going to rest. And Frank Valentine pauses for one. So it's Kyle Richmond versus Kenny Days up in the front, as the next speed bus we made by any minute now. Next speed bus we made by number 7, who desperately needs to catch him every now and then. That makes his second speed bus of the race. And right now Garrett Dayton is trying his best to catch up, and it looks like he pauses for one. We passed the 1 minute mark in this exciting race. And who will get the next command of speed bus? We're about to find out right now. It's going to be made by number 8, who's trying to lead over the 4th, so Chao ahead of number 7 after being left behind for a while. Right now, numbers 1 and 2 are getting left behind in the competition. They really need to get a lot of speed bus, and I mean now. But it's the Gangnam Style Master, Garrett Dayton, who got the next command of speed bus, trying to catch up to Frank Valentine about for third place. They're trying desperately to catch up to Kyle Richmond and Kenny Days, who are battling for the lead at the cut one. All 4 Chao coming out the wall, but only one of them will come on top when they get to the whole stretch. Let's find out who that Chao Superstar is in the OA run. Next speed bus belongs to number 7. That makes his first speed bus of the race. Try lead numbers 1 and 2 in the dust. Take a look at poor number 1 and poor number 2 climbing up for the DI. They're not going to get any speed bus for a while. So it's Kyle Richmond who will get the next command speed bus back right front. But back in the weight front, it looks like Kenny Days has his face all around the ladies and gentlemen. He's going to have a little bit of room to spare ahead of Kyle Leachman. He's going to win this one for sure. Yep. As Frank Frontal takes the next command spears, you can tell me what up for Kenny Days. The wise Duke of Chao is in 2017 of the Days Buzz. And Tommy was a little bit happy with Kenny Days' result here. Number 7 is getting left behind in the competition. And number 2, can't just forget about this race behind him. Alright, so Kenny Days gets the job done. That's why he's trying his best to get back in this one, and that win might help. Let's see, why don't we do it? Back in a bit, do not go away. So we got a couple more races left for the men's division portion of week 25. That's right, and the first of those main races for races 11, we have Ryan Christian, Dave Miller on the Miller Traders, Gary Coles, and Jerry Lang. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place! Okay, let's see who will come on top in the challenge of week 25's main event, coming up in the next segment. The 4 Chao are going to make their way towards the middle path, and they're heading into the palm trees, and it looks like number 1 was 24-1, and number 8 is correct, so he's going to be left behind in the competition. And there goes Gary Coles with Dave Miller right on his tail in second place behind him, as followed by Ryan Christian in third place. And it looks like Ryan Christian's going to be heading for the water. That's the first superstar to get a speed boost is number 7, who's trying to hold on to number 1 and 8 over at the bridges. And right now it looks like numbers 1 and 8 are getting left behind after number 7 took the over the toss for this race. Numbers 1 and 8 really need to help right away. And number 1 is good rest. And number 7 taunts for number 1. As speed boost number 2 in this race will be made by Dave Miller, the Miller Traders. Catching up to our current leader, Ryan Christian, with Gary Coles right on his tail in third place. Head back. They're making their way towards the top of the hill and adding into the south far portion of the course. And who will get the next command speed race? As we approach the 1 minute mark starting race, it's number 2 who gets the win toss. He dominates over the 4 silver Chao to come one. Poor number 1, meanwhile, is getting left behind in the competition all the way to back to back. Number 7 and 8 seems like they're also getting left behind. But the next speed race is going to be made by Gary Coles up in the front. And now he's trying to make the pass from both Ryan Christian and Dave Miller in the freeway bound for the lead. Oh, Jerry Lang better hurry up. And it looks like Dave Miller's good rest. So he's better join Jerry Lang for third place. As number 2 continues his domination over the 4 to the Chao. With another turn, now makes the second speed of the race. Meanwhile, numbers 1, 7, and 8 are getting left behind in the competition all the way to back to back. With number 1 really in demi here. I don't think any of them will get because every now and then. Looks like number 7 will get turned out after you went down for the count. Now I'm trying to hold on number 1 in a hurry. Right now it is Dave Miller who got back the lead from Jerry Lang, and he's trying to defend his lead over his opponents. Will he get the job done? We'll find out soon enough. Next best belongs to number 2. Once again, he dominates over the 4 silver Chao easily. Good domination so far for number 2. And it looks like Dave Miller has this race all wrapped up, ladies and gentlemen. Jerry Lang and the other 2 superstars won't be able to catch up to him in time. As number 2 continues his domination with back-to-back speed runs, you can tell me one out for Dave Miller over Jerry Lang, who comes in second place, followed by Gary Coles in third, and Ryan Christian will come in 4th. And number 2, who dominates over the 4 silver Chao, will come in 5th place. Good domination by number 2. And Dave Miller gets another easy victory. That's my congratulations to him. Coming up, we'll present our main event for week 25 action, but first have a look at this. Alright, the men's superstars are just about to board a plane in course for Amsterdam and Netherlands for the 2017 World Champions. But first, let's present Week 25's main event with our 4 remaining participants still have yet to be racing this week. That's right, Brandon. And for Week 25's main event here in Los Angeles, California, we have our 2-time returning champion Norman Feiner taking on Alan Holmes, John Miller, and Ernest Marcusson. And this race will feature the Golden Chao, so they're going to need their A-game, especially when it's the main event on any week of the season. Let's find out how well he'll fare against the Golden Chao. Let's go to the 4 players, and let's have a Chao race! Alright, and this week's main event is presented by Hershey's Chocolate. No matter whether it's chocolate cake, chocolate candy, or chocolate syrup, always remember these 3 words. Squeeze, stir, share. And right now, the Forge are making their way towards the palm trees to bring down that coconut sheep food. And now they're going to bring the food. And there goes our host, Mr. Number 1. He's going to have commandingly up in front with Alex Moxon right on their tail, battling with him. And it looks like our Holmes is heading for the water. As the first superstar gets beat, so week 25's main event presented by Hershey's products is number 8, who's also heading for the water along with the defending champion or fighter. But on everything, guess who took the shortcut? Yep, it's John Miller, the youngest of the 4 Miller brothers. He paid off the shortcut strategy. Well played. Good job. As number 8 opens this one up with Bad to Max BS. And right now, Alex Markinson is getting left behind in the competition all the way back. He's getting all last place behind the pack. He might need a miracle if he wants to get back in this one. But right now, all eyes are on number 8 as he opens up week 25's main event presented by Hershey's with 3 consecutive POS. Meanwhile, John Miller seems like he's dominating over his opponent. Hey, I do believe he's going to be week 25's superstar week. No one is going to catch up to him in a hurry. Back to number 8 we go, and now he dominates over the 4 going Chao. That makes 4 speed busts in the moment star in the main event. He has every speed bust in the base so far at this base. As the next PS we made by number 7, who desperately needs to catch up every now and then. Right now it's Alex Monson, who really needs some help, and number 1 is Grimace. That means he's going to need a couple of speed runs if he wants to get back in this one, and this is one of them trying his best to stay alive in the game. And right now back away front, John Miller is trying to wrap things up in the front as he approaches the home stretch. There he goes, he's flying down the house, and who will get the next command PS? It's going to be number 7. That makes his second SPS race. Trying to lead over the 4 going Chao at the number 8. Got dominated with 4 consecutive SPS. Looks like Alan Markinson and number 1 have no hope for surviving whatsoever. They're going to be left behind. Yep. As John Miller wins week 25's main event here in Los Angeles, California. And Alex Markinson will get an next command SPS. Right next week catch up. Number 1 is getting left behind in the competition. And we have just enough time for one more speed run. So week 25's main event presented by Hershey's products, and it will be made by Alan Holmes. And number 1 can just forget about this race. Alright? So, John Miller wins this one. That's right, he'll come back in 2 weeks because next week we are tournament champions in Amsterdam. But right now, the women's division is coming up next, so stay tuned.